Hi everyone, welcome back to Maximum Attack Rallying. It is a new week, and as well as it being a new week, we have a new British Rally champion. So we had the Cambrian Rally over the weekend. Hopefully you watched the preview, and now we know the answer, don't we? And finally some of my predictions came true. So let me start this video by saying a big well done to Chris Ingram and Alex Karani. They won the rally and therefore won the championship. I predicted that they would do so, so they did me proud. It was well deserved, wasn't it? They have been fantastic this season. They've won 4 rallies, and it was just another great performance, wasn't it? So big well done to them, very well deserved. I think what's most interesting is that since the rally yesterday evening, so I'm recording this on Monday, so on Sunday evening, it broke on the Castrol Twitter/X feed that Chris and Alex are intending to do Rally Japan in the Yaris. But I haven't, strangely, I haven't seen anything on Chris's own feeds, so not sure what's happening there. If it is the case, I think it will be absolutely fascinating to see how they get on in WRC2 and see how they kind of stack up against who does that. I think we're not going to have a full WRC2 field in Japan, but we should have, hopefully at least have Sami Payari and some others, so it will be interesting to see how he gets on, if that is the case. But like I said, it's a bit weird. It was on the Castrol X feed, but I haven't seen it actually confirmed by Chris himself, so I think we'll have to see what happens there, won't we, and see if it was a premature announcement or some confusion, or I don't know. But you wouldn't think Castrol would put it out without there being some truth behind it. Let me see. It's also worth congratulating. We have to congratulate the other winners. So Robert Proudlock won the Junior BRC. Well done to him. Owen Lloyd won the Stellantis Cup. So well done to him. Will Mains won the National Championship, and John Rintoul won the Open category. So well done to all of them. I also want to say well done to all of the other competitors, because yes, obviously the winners get all the plaudits at the end of the year, but without the other guys, you know, without your Ocean Prices, your Keith Cronins and all those other guys turning up and making it a battle, we wouldn't have a championship, would we? And I think that has been one of the things that has made this year so good. And I think also worth congratulations is the organisers, both of the championship itself, but also of the individual rallies. And you have to remember that so many of the people involved in this sport, even at British Championship level, are volunteers. So big well done to them. We have had some really fantastic events this year. Ceredigion obviously stands out for me, being part of the European Championship, but all of the rallies were really good. Isn't it just nice? I think the main topic of this video really is that, isn't it just fantastic to have a British Rally Championship season that we can be proud of? Yes, it wasn't perfect. There were a few issues. Yes, there's still improvements that could be made. But to see a British Rally Championship that was competitive, it had strong entries, good battles, you know, it wasn't just a kind of us wishing for more. I think, you know, it was nice to have some of that feeling of genuine excitement back about the championship. So it's so good to see that. And that makes me want to ask a question. We've had such a good year in the BRC. How do we keep it going? You know, how do we build on that momentum and try and carry that into 2025 and 2026? So this wasn't just a flash in the pan, but, you know, it's the start of rebuilding the championship to be at a consistently high level. And that is a tricky question in a way, isn't it? Because ultimately the thing that decides the success of the championship is entries, isn't it? You need the crews to keep showing up. So I think perhaps the big first point I would say is that please to all of you that entered this year, come back. You know, what we need Chris and Alex to come back and try and defend their title, don't we? We need Keith Cronin to come back and try and win that 5th title. We need Ocean Price to come back and try and get his 2nd title. You know, wouldn't it be fantastic for William Crichton to come back? I know he's trying to get to WRC proper, and that's great. You know, he's been doing international rallies as well as the BRC, but wouldn't it be great for him to come back and have another go? Wouldn't it be fantastic for Matt Edwards to come back and try and get his 4th title? I know he did Ceredigion, but it would be incredible, wouldn't it, to see him, no disrespect of course to the Irish Tarmac Championship, it would be nice to see him come back and do the BRC as well. And just, there's so many, you know, that would make that is such a big foundation, isn't it, to see those guys coming back and going at it again, and like I say, trying to defend titles or reclaim titles. That would be really good to see some of those guys come back and not just try and use this year as a springboard to move on to other things, but hopefully to to come back and have another go and keep building that championship momentum. I think obviously the other really important thing is the TV, isn't it? Being on ITV this year, I mean, it's weird in a way, isn't it? Because I think it's difficult to describe. It doesn't. TV for some people is kind of irrelevant these days, isn't it? But I think that there is still some prestige in the championship having that connection to ITV Sport, and I would really, really hope that we can continue that to next year. We don't want that deal to be a one-off, because I think with TV coverage, you have to build it up and you have to build an audience and you have to keep pushing the boundaries. There is definitely room for improvement in the TV coverage. It has got better over the course of the year. As I understand it, a lot of the people at the start of the year had no real experience with rallying, so I think we have to cut them a bit of slack. But I hope that we can continue that arrangement and keep building, because that could really help to get the championship to grow and sustain itself by hopefully bringing in new people to watch. So I think the TV coverage is really, really important. But coverage more widely is really important. We have to keep building the online coverage. I think it'd be nice to see some live streams from stages, beyond just what Special Stage have been doing for national championships that have coincided with the BRC. It'd be nice to see a bit more streaming coverage. And just building. This is all about building momentum with social media, and we've had a really, really good year, and we just have to take that and keep pushing it into 2025 and getting people to come back, getting people to watch again, getting people to enter again. We have to have offers for the crews to come back, trying to encourage them to come back. Keep the entry fee sensible, keep the registration fee sensible. I know there's some big cuts made for this year, so we just have to do all those things to keep pushing forwards and keep that momentum. I think it would be fantastic. I think what would be a really nice next step is if we could get a few overseas crews coming over. We had the championship part of the ERC at Ceredigion, as I said, and just hopefully just giving some of the crews that did the ERC event a little nudge, send a few emails, send a few WhatsApps, and just make a few phone calls and just say, look, you guys came over and did the ERC at Ceredigion. What could we do to get you to come over and do the BRC next year? At least do a couple of rounds. How can we put that together? What incentives can we give you? What deals can we do? Work with their teams, with tyre suppliers, all these people to try and do something. Ferry companies even, go back to the old days where there were incentives to try and get overseas competitors to come and do the rally. And I think that's really important. If we could add a bit of that international flavour back to the BRC that was part of its success in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, that would be really, really significant. So I would absolutely love to see that. I really would. Wouldn't it be amazing to see some Finnish drivers, French drivers, Belgians, whatever, anyone from Europe just coming over and having a go? I think one other area where there is definitely work to do is what I would really want. I really, really think we need to focus so much energy on Motorsport UK. Everyone needs to focus so much energy on is one-make championships. So this year we had the Stellantis Cup, which was great. That was organised by Race and Rally Motorsport across the British and Irish championships. That's great, fantastic. I think we can still build on that. The team behind that at Race and Rally Motorsport deserve huge credit for making that happen. They are obviously the official importers for Peugeot Sport Stellantis Motorsport products, so the 208 Rally 4 and Opel Corsa. Great to see that championship. I hope we can keep building that, get more people into those cars. That's fantastic. But, wouldn't it be fantastic also to see a Clio championship, or to see M Sport supporting some kind of Fiesta trophy, something like that? What I would really love to see, though, more than all of those things, and I bang this drum relentlessly, is something more entry level. I did a video a couple of weeks ago about the new Peugeot 208 Racing, which is for the Trophée FR6 in France, which is an entry level championship starting next year. So yes, maybe it's a bit unrealistic to see that coming over to the UK next season, because the cars are only going to be being delivered in February. Maybe that's something that we could build on for 2026. But I think if we could create a proper entry-level championship with more affordable cars than Rally 4, even if we started with Rally 5, that would be something. But I would love to see the creation of a British version, let's call it the Trophy BR6 instead of Trophy FR6, something like that, a proper entry-level car, really, really simple, modern. Critically, it has to be modern. It can't be an older car. We need something that's available to buy now. You know, it could be a GR Yaris, it could be a, you know, in Spain there's a championship for the Hyundai i20N, even though that's just gone out of production, hasn't it, in the UK, for the UK. But you know what I mean, just something modern and affordable, as close to standard as possible. Try and keep the cost to buy it in the sort of 30,000 ballpark, so it's just achievable and attainable, because that could not only give people opportunities to progress and give young drivers an opportunity to move up the ladder, it also could really bolster entry lists. You know, if you can get 10, 20 of these affordable modern cars that are 30,000 instead of 70,000 for a Rally 4 car, that could be a really big boost to the championship, and it shows that we're starting to build a ladder. Because I think one of the key things that's missing from British rallying is a ladder to the top. You know, we need to find the next Elfyn Evans, don't we? The next McRae, the next Burns, the next Higgins. All these, you know, we've lost that ladder of opportunity, and I think we have to find a way to recreate that. And for me, part of that is looking at what is happening in Europe, and what is happening in Europe is affordable entry-level one-make championship. So that is a really, really big thing. The biggest thing of all, though, that I want to finish with, the biggest thing comes from you and me and everyone. We have to keep supporting it. We have to keep watching. You know, that it's super important that the crew show up. I really hope, you know, Chris, Alex, Oshan, Keith, Matt Edwards, all these guys come back next year and have another go, but we have to keep supporting it. We have to keep watching the ITV. We have to keep watching on social media. We have to keep liking and commenting, sharing it, because that will help. That will help to build momentum. It will help their numbers. It will help the organisers' numbers on socials to look good. And if they can do that, if the numbers look good, that helps them to sell to sponsors, and it just helps growth. It drives growth, because everything today is about viewing figures and engagement online. And that's that's our responsibility as viewers and as fans and as journalists and as pundits, is to just keep pushing it, keep talking about it, keep sharing it. And that is what is going to really help to keep the BRC on this upward trajectory. So that is really important. So that's the thing. If you take anything from this video, it's that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, not just to me, but to them as well. So I'm going to wrap this one up there. I just want to finish by saying congratulations again to the organisers. Really, really good year. Isn't it cool? So cool to have the BRC back. Roll on 2025. Let's end this one there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. And I will see you again next time.